Hello, I hope all is progressing well. Welcome to I Don't Know, We Can Talk About It, where we discuss myriads of topics civilly, reasonably, and responsibly. My name is Kevin Dufresne. Our first topic is in connection with an immigration policy shifting, of which may likely be very debatable, even with the shifting. The settling is to be of the determination of many factors. Considering what is available as of now, information wise, many entities are already ready as well as preparing to ensure individuals, especially in connection with an educational atmosphere, will be knowledgeable, aware of what is capable of being through one's actions legally, so as to be safe, so as to continue education without disruption, so as to grow well, mindfully, healthfully, if one will, from wherever one is, to establish oneself further. I find the article shares well about the shifting, even references what particular entities are doing so as to further inform. Assessing a potential encounter, especially at a site of an educational atmosphere directly, I find what needs attention is documenting any individual approaching an educational atmosphere to disrupt education of any individual. Identifying any seeking to identify in a way that may allow for access to not only an educational atmosphere as a whole, though to a particular individual or individuals, will be of a safety parameter, needing proper regarding. So identifying individuals coming with particular claims, even with a particular warrant that one may dismiss, ensuring to have a record of any individual, then having a parameter of safety to ensure to check about any identity may further bolster safety efforts, as well as ensure no individual is attempting and or getting away with attempting to be of an organization of which which an individual may not be, which further strengthens an educational atmosphere's approaches to safety. Additionally, I find any training seeking to protect individuals that may be in a position to experience any adversity from any entity in connection with immigration shifting policy may prove extremely valuable for individuals to acknowledge how to be when away from an educational atmosphere. Even more so, if any safety parameters are available for individuals that may need to be alone for a time between an educational atmosphere and another safe place, then ideally safety parameters are in better coordination. The in-between of one safe space to another safe space is very important to acknowledge. Our next topic revolves around school safety, revolves around safety parameters as well. The idea of shutting down one area, an extension if one will, tending to a particular area of safety is not necessarily alarming, though brings to attention a reality that is actually in effect nationwide. School safety networks are present in America. Considering how sizable each school safety office may be, may vary per state. Increasing communication between school safety networks creates a national effort that abides well with ensuring the utmost parameters of safety for all regions in the nation that are in the school safety network, particularly though individuals outside of a school safety network benefit from the network of school safety centers. The school safety network works at varying capacities depending on the state. School safety networks really engage well when working with law enforcement, when working with firefighters, when working with community entities that understand the importance of safe communities. School safety networks provide wonderful research as well as methodologies to ensure not only the utmost of safety parameters, though regard how communities may be safer at a minimal cost. So all funding, all support, all resources through these safety networks, which, as one may regard, now I may say safety networks, considering school safety networks, consider broader communities in connection with the state, which connect nationally. Safety networks acknowledging how to proceed with building safe communities allow for individuals to access what may assist one with growing in whatever way is available to grow well within a particular area. School safety networks continue to grow and prosper and provide well. Each state works at a different capacity, though not alone. So when assessing how one area of security, of safety, especially if one may regard school safety as a national security concern, one may find, even if one area may seem to be of a dismissing process, a larger area already is present where individuals from the entity experiencing a dismissal process may join in and continue supporting, even if resources may be different. Research, funding, resources, allocation of resources, all are through very secure networks that are present in competitive degrees, though present to ensure areas of the nation may find valuable support, which may further inform so as to further build safety networks well. Though safety networks are only one part of a bigger picture of entities working to ensure safety in other regards. So these other regards don't necessarily fall under safety, though greatly contribute to creating a safer environment at large, considering the nation, micro, macro, assessing localities as well. So every individual of the particular entity experiencing a dismissal process may find connection through networks that are doing work with safety networks, through school safety. Networks that do not want harm to come to children, networks that want to ensure to build safe communities that do not bring harm to people, considering parameters that even extend beyond human beings that human beings are part of. All right. Our next practice of origami. The origami heart. Now, I have here a square sheet of paper, origami paper, and I'm folding it point to point. After this initial point here, there's somewhat of a pyramid in my hand. I'm going to pop the pyramid in the middle. As you can see, I'm going to fold it in half, edge to edge. After this fold here, I'm going to create a triangle by popping this back and just pressing in the middle. So when I say press in the middle, I'm going to press it in here. Next, what I'm going to do is have my fold here, and we're going to just fold it in. So we have our order here. The next step is very much key to the origami heart with a crossbow, and will require us to bring our fingers in here. We're going to continue on with the origami heart and bow after sharing how you may continue to grow with, I don't know, we can talk about it, via the forms of Piature, which you may access by following the instructions of the following video.
Hello, welcome to I Don't Know, We Can Talk About It's intermission point for www.piatures.com. Welcome to Piatures, where expression, the choice to express in the public sphere, is to bear in the wild your choice responsibilities, where beyond anyone and anywhere else, you will encounter yourself. Aside from Piatures, music, books I've read, publications, merchandise, and of course the About page, the form of Piatures works in tandem with I Don't Know, We Can Talk About It. So I encourage you to stay up to date via the YouTube channel, the podcast, or use the forums to be an active participant in future discussions or other discussions. I hope we can continue to grow together. Onward and Upward. Kevin Dufresne.
Welcome back to I Don't Know, We Can Talk About It, where we discuss myriads of topics civilly, reasonably, and responsibly. My name is Kevin Dufresne. Now, we'll continue here with the origami heart bow. We're going to just bring in this triangle, the tip here. So we're bringing the tip down. So again, we have our opening here, and we just bring the tip down right here. Now, again, we're gonna bring in to this important part. We're gonna take our hands. We're just gonna create a little space between these wings. Once you have the space here, we're going to flatten it. And as you can see, if you just want to use some tape and add a crossbow on your neck, you can. Bow, like a bow tie, not a crossbow. So afterward, we're going to take this portion up here. We're going to fold in like a mirror, one area to the other, and we're just gonna, after we fold it, it's gonna be folding into the top portion. Then we're just going to have this part come in square. But this part is a little tricky in the fold. You really need to guide along this line here. So once you're here, bring this fold in. We're going to make like a triangle. One way you can also benefit by making a triangle at the top here. So I just created a little bend here, that fold, and that'll help with bringing in this triangle portion. Another way to do this is honestly to just bring in this corner into the square form. And when you do that, you can form the triangle a little bit easier actually. So you have to make sure it aligns well. So as you can see, there it is. The triangle forms really well in that regard. Again, you can just get this fold going up here. It's gonna have to be a triangle. So as you can see, to get this triangle, again, you can just add a nice little fold. So you can see, where might I want this triangle to fold in? Well, again, you can just pull it in. Pull it in here, and it'll start to meet the fold. It will start to meet the fold here. So I come in here, as you can see, I find the fold. This is very easy to make a triangle just from bringing in the fold. We're gonna do it again on the other side. Once you bring in this fold though, you wanna turn it down right here, okay? You wanna turn that flap down, and you wanna turn this flap down as well. All right, now we're gonna just turn this over, and again, just to show how easy it is to fold it in, from here, we're just gonna, like really, really nice, following in on this triangle. Make a little space there, and just fold it slowly. You see, I'm just folding it slowly into a nice triangle. It's nice to just pull in this corner, again, matching that triangle up there. So I'm just gonna take my hand here, pop it in a little bit. I'm gonna just go for forming the square here, and then the triangle. It forms really, really nice. From here, I'll just take the triangle portions down like this. Now, you have the step that I think is really key core to this complete. And the step is a series really of multiple steps. So next we're gonna turn it over though. Turn the origami over. And we're just gonna fold the top part down about to the center point. So we just fold it down to the center point right here. Okay. After we fold it down to the center point, we're gonna we fold it down to the center point, we're gonna open it. So this means, I'm gonna press down so you can see over here, you're gonna open it so it folds into itself, though forms, so you can see it forming here? It forms as so. So now you have this triangle to triangle base. Try to make it as even as possible. If you feel like your triangle is becoming uneven, as I see on one side, the upper fold is a little bit uneven. So now I just adjust it, and you see this bottom one is just a little bit uneven. So then I'll just adjust it. Again, we just want to have a nice triangle. Right. And so now we have our triangles here. Okay. What we're gonna do next, this might be familiar to many people that make hearts. We're just gonna fold in the triangle. See that? We're just gonna fold in the triangle. After folding in this triangle, what we're gonna do next is we're going to lift up this portion here, and we're gonna make use of all these squares. What are we gonna do? We're gonna fold in each square first off. We're gonna fold in each square as best as you can. Fold in each square. After you fold in each square, what you're gonna do is, you see this right now? You see? Folding in each square, you're going to open it back up. Now, like anyone familiar with making a crane or just folding origami into making a diamond, we're gonna take this portion, we're gonna lift it up into a diamond. So this one, you gotta be making sure to get the most of your fold, push it in the corner. You see this open right now? Pushing the corners really helps. This way, look, I just press in, I press down, and the fold works wonderfully. So now that we're here, we can take our origami, we fold it up here now, and then we can just bring it down. After we bring it down here, we can continue our fold. So what we're gonna be doing next is, we're gonna address this portion here. We're gonna turn our origami over, and as you can see, we can now, just gonna kind of make it a little bit 3D. And I'll show you this. Over here, we're gonna bring in these flaps on the other side. We're just gonna fold them in, open them up a little bit. Okay. You can press them down. You see I'm pressing it down to give it some pop, some 3D pop there. And of course, pull it a little bit. You can always adjust those corners to really make these pop out. And then you can do the same here, just nice little pops. Press it down a little bit. And so as you can see what's forming here is, well, our bow. And we're just gonna keep going here. Fold it down a little bit. See, we're gonna get this in here. And if it's kind of flat in one area, you can just press the ends of the corners, and look, we have our bow in formation. The next step though is, of course, we're going to open this up to make this bow come to life a little bit more. Alrighty, and here you have it. We have our origami heart bow. So it's really neat, and you can actually use this as a design if you like to wear it on your clothes. You can see the back portion. The back portion here can work as little hooks, and so that's really cool. If you really want to try, like I'll try here. See if we can put it on here for some kind of angle. Okay, here. Put it here, and voila, we have the origami heart bow. Our next topic is about a physical book. Reading physical books are so beneficial to one's health, long term, and these benefits are in connection with spatial development. For any unsure of what spatial development connects to, spatial development is actually a part of growing foundations of a human being. Growing foundations which necessitate attention throughout one's entire life. So how one cultures spatial development is very, very important. Reading a physical book is one way to actually culture one's spatial development well. So the book we're going to discuss today, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius. I come to think of the book thinking of Augustine of Hippo. Coming across Augustine's text in a Norton anthology of literature, I find maybe I'll find the full context of this ruler in a book, and I find I come across a completely different entity altogether offering valuable advice which considers the progressions of the universe in ways that are relevant as well as well for one to consider in a more immediate sense. Not all of the meditations are of a particular period's situations. These meditations extend beyond the period of Marcus Aurelius's living timeline of life. And I find reading such a text may allow for one to grow mindfully, to take time to ponder deeply of how what is in the meditations may relate to one personally in connection with how one may want to grow. I like the text. I find the text to be enlightening, especially considering how being a leader may differ from circumstance to circumstance, period to period. So I value what the text offers, and I think the text is worth deliberating over, especially philosophically, connecting theoretically, practically. Thanks for joining. I don't know. We can talk about it. Onward and Upward, Dufresne.